Hello, Sinking Springs Elementary School. This is Juliana Baggett, aka Annie Bode, the author of The Anybodies, The Nobodies, The Somebodies, The Slippery Map, and The Prince of Fenway Park. Okay, so you have questions for me. You have 25 questions for me. That's a lot of questions, people. But I'm just going to run through them, and we're going to, have a little bit of fun. Noah asks, how long did it take you to become a writer? I started writing when I was very little, when I was around 10 years old. Little notebooks, scribbles, doodles, that kind of thing. Even before that, I think I actually talked my older sister into writing for me in my journals before I could actually write. She got tired of this eventually and, refused. But, so I've been writing for a very, very long time. It took me a long time to become a published author, and I had to go through a lot of things like, rejection, failure, criticism, that kind of stuff. But eventually, it worked out. Okay, number 2, Katya. What inspired you to... Ooh, you know what? I can't answer this question. It's about the Prince of Fenway Park. It's an excellent question. It's about the puka, but it's a little bit of a spoiler, and so just because other people might be watching this online that haven't read the book yet, cannot answer the question. I will say that you could look up the legend and find out some stuff about the legends of pukas themselves, which sometimes they can be nice, sometimes they can be not so nice, redeem themselves or not, but that's that. Great question, though. Lauren, what character are you mostly like in Prince of Fenway Park, and why? Who am I like? I love Auntie Gormley. I think Auntie Gormley is a wonderful character in the book, and I would aspire to be like Auntie Gormley, and I would like to be like her one day. And Oscar has great courage, so I'd love to be like Oscar. And his father ends up doing great things. And of course, everybody wants to be Jackie Robinson. I mean, he's a character in the book. So, lots of people. I don't know who I'm like, but there are a lot of people I'd like to be like. And this is Carly. Was anyone in your family a famous writer? If yes, who is it, and what does he write for? No. My father once won a contest for a safety motto from DuPont and got his motto written on a lot of pencils, maybe 200-300 pencils. And that is a kind of publication, in a way, but that's it. Okay, number 5. Gloria and Thomas ask, out of all the books you wrote, what is your favorite one? I loved writing The Prince of Fenway Park. The Prince of Fenway Park was so much fun. And every day I would go off to work, and I'd kind of wave to my husband. Going off to work means I would walk into another room. I hope that just didn't go blank. But anyway, I'm back. That meant going into another room because my office is attached. But in any case, I would go off and wave off to write the classic today because it just felt like a classic as I was writing it. It felt so good to write. But I had a blast writing this book that's not yet out called The Everbreath. The Everbreath, it'll come out in December. If you look it up on Amazon, it's on there, but you can just kind of peek at the cover and see, get a feel for what it's going to be like. Number 6. How many brothers and sisters did you have, and what are their names? My oldest sister, Kate, Billy, Melanie. So I had 2 older sisters and an older brother. And my sister, Kate, was studying to be an actress, and she would practice blood-curdling screams over and over again in the mirror. My brother, Billy, is extremely likable. Just excessively likable. One of those people that everybody loves. I don't get it. I even like him. I don't know why. And he was a saxophonist, jazz saxophonist. And then my sister Melanie, who was a little bit more quiet. It's nice to have kind of one quiet sister, but she's an excellent painter. And then there was a big gap, and then me. I'm the baby. So I also have 4 kids of my own, so I kind of repeated my own family in a strange way. Let's see, Naomi. Have any of your kids or husband helped you actually write any of your books? My husband helped a lot with that scene, the big baseball scene at the end of The Prince of Fenway Park, because I just am not that good at writing baseball, and so he helped a lot with that. I mean, I really needed to ask him over and over all these different questions, and he is a die-hard, lifelong Red Sox fan, and so he knew a lot of the stats on the Red Sox that we just didn't have to look up because he knew them offhand, so that was good. And my kids, sometimes I'll ask them their dreams, or I'll ask them questions about their everyday, and I use it in my work from time to time. Rachel and Peyton ask, what inspired you to become a writer? And I get this question a lot, and it's a strange thing because I had a lot of great teachers and I had fantastic parents and lovely brothers and sisters, as I've mentioned, but it's not about inspiration for me. It's about loving the creative process, which is a lot of work. I mean, I sit down and I work. There's an old Chinese proverb that says, when there is no wind, row. And so a lot of my days, I'm not inspired. There is no wind filling my sails, and I just have to row. I have to sit down and write, even when it's hard to write. Okay, let's see. Brenna asks, what would be your idea for a sequel to The Prince of Fenway Park? Well, in 2005, the Cubs. Hey, Dave, it was the Cubs in 2005, right? Sorry, the Cubs are the ones who haven't won yet, and they need to break their curse. The White Sox, I knew it was a Chicago team, in 2005 won, and I've always been curious. What was that curse about, and who broke it, and how? And Oscar might be involved. I don't know. Just don't know. Okay. And that's how I work. You know, I shout out questions when I don't know the answers.